Let's talk about the fourth fawning response for abandonment wounds. This one is all about approval addiction. And boy, do I know this one. Approval addiction is when somebody is really looking for that reassurance on a regular basis, validation outside of themselves, feeling like they need to be praised in order to feel good about themselves. There's a lack of inner authority, and so there's a lack of inability to be in the body and create stability and a knowingness from within that they don't need that approval from the outside source and the reassurance. And this really shows up as a pattern in relationships, especially if you have like anxious attachment, where you feel like you need somebody to be telling you how they think about you, how they feel about you all the time to feel solid and stable in yourself. And this is what we really want to get past, because through embodiment, there is no more of that. You might really want to be, appreciated and have those words of affirmation in relationship, absolutely. But there's a difference between getting words of affirmation from someone and then genuinely just like needing and like trying to pull and siphon that energy and that appreciation and that acknowledgement from somebody because you don't know how to do that for yourself. Now let's go into the childhood wounding portion of this, because let's say, for example, if you were like me, you had siblings and you were the middle child. Yes, I had middle child syndrome. And these siblings had different power structures and they had different abilities than you, and they got attention for those. And so you noticed how they were getting the attention and maybe you weren't getting as much attention. And so this creates this desire to be validated by somebody because you were never getting validated by your parents in your early childhood in a way that you felt made you feel good about yourself, that created that stability within yourself. Like maybe your family wasn't interacting with you in a way that allowed your mind and your energy to form this solid pattern belief, subconscious belief that you are amazing, that you do deserve, that you are a good individual. And so if you didn't have parents or individuals that were consistently sharing with you your strengths and your abilities and seeing you and actually seeing you, then it can create this need to get that reassurance from the outside in because it was never instilled in you from the beginning. And then, of course, if you end up in toxic relationships where you're not appreciated appropriately, it can just feed this wound even more and create more and more and more insecurities, which is really what this behavior stems from, is this anxious need to feel secure, but not doing it from within. You're looking from the outside in instead of the inside out. And as with all the anxious attachment wounding, what really needs to happen here is stabilizing inside of yourself and really getting to know yourself more through and through and through. I mean, that's all with all abandonment wounds, honestly.